Angelina is a very exciting fiber. It was developed for the space industry. The interesting thing about it is it doesn't melt. It won't melt on your iron, it won't melt on your fabric. But what it does do, it bonds to itself when you iron it. It's completely washable, dryable, and dry cleanable. So you can use it on anything, even baby blankets, wearable art, all your art quilts. It's just so versatile. It has a wonderful sparkle to it that no matter how many times you wash it or dry it, it will never lose that sparkle. So what I'm going to do with it today is I'm going to make appliques. And to do that, I'm going to use our new stamplets. They come in all different sizes, but what they are made out of heavy gauge rubber, so you can iron over them. And they're deeper than a crafting stamp. And if you look at them, they look different than a crafting stamp. They are actually deeper and have more negative space. So what I'll do is I'll put this on my pressing sheet, and then I'm going to take some ink. I use pigment ink because when you iron pigment ink, it becomes permanent and can be washed and dried. Since we're ironing the Angelina to make an applique, we're ironing the ink at the same time, and everything becomes washable and dryable. So what I do is I hold my ink pad this way, and I lightly tap it over the surface until it's completely covered with ink. Then the only thing to select is what color of Angelina you want to use. I'm going to use some pink. I don't worry if I use a lot of the Angelina over the top of it, because everything I cut off can be reused. In fact, a lot of this that I'm using here today is all reused Angelina. So all I do is I lay that down on top, and then I drag my iron across. What I do is I drag it across until I start to see the outline of my design show through. Here's my design showing through. That means it's ready. And when I take it off, this is what I end up with. Now all I do is just cut this out. It's so easy to cut out. The edges, because of the deep etch of that stamp, all the edges are bonded together. Nothing's going to fray or come apart. It can even be a standalone piece if you want. Now, after I've cut it out, I simply just take that and zigzag it onto anything I want. But I've got to show you something else that's really fun to do with it as well. Once you cut this out, and I have one here I cut out earlier, you can take them. So here's one I cut out earlier. You can take them, you can even fold them in half, and then just stitch down the middle and have it as a freestanding piece too. So it gives you that look that you can have a 3D effect on your quilt, on your clothing. Just a wonderful, fun way to do it. Now, Angelina is available through embellishmentvillage.com. It comes in big bags, which is what I would recommend getting because you get every color to play with. Then, once you decide what colors you want to use, you can call the company and order big bags of those single shades. The stamplets are also available through embellishmentvillage.com. They start at only $5 for the small size and can be used not only for Angelina appliques, but also for all kinds of other textile art, including stamping, painting, textile rubbing with the Shiva paint sticks. You can use them to emboss Tyvek or velvet. So they give you a lot of different options. I hope you enjoyed it. Have fun.